In this episode of How to Shoot Video for Your Business, I'm talking about why chopping your videos in half to make sure they fit in the Instagram feed could be a good thing. If that's of interest, then stay tuned for this episode. Roll the bumper! G'day guys, my name is Bruce Garrett. I'm the owner of GINGERBEARD Media. GINGERBEARD Media is a video production company based in Perth, Western Australia, and you're tuning into one of our episodes of How to Shoot Video for Your Business. As the title would suggest, we're here to give some free educational resources to business owners about how to better shoot video for their business. We're a YouTube series, it's a Facebook group, we're a podcast. You can find more information on our website about what we talk about, but essentially wherever you're consuming content and however you're consuming content, then we're out there and available for you as free resources. If this is something that's of interest to you, then do all that social media stuff that you need to do, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and follow along, because yeah, we really do want to help you guys out to shoot more video for your business. And enough with that waffle and on with the episode. In this episode of How to Shoot Video for Your Business, we're talking about why splitting your posts when you post to Instagram, splitting your videos into different chunks, might actually be a good thing. So basics first, if you're not aware, then Instagram has a 60-second video limit. So if your video is even a millisecond over that 60 seconds, Instagram will not let you post it, which can be really frustrating if you spent a lot of time making this video and it's either a little bit or a lot over that kind of time limit because you've spent so much time shooting, editing, and you just cannot cut it down. So what can you do about this 60-second time limit? And in fact, the answer is pretty simple. The answer is to split your video, chop it a little bit, maybe in half, and then post it as a multi-image post on Instagram. But why would you want to do this? So obviously the first answer is, well, actually you managed to get your post out there rather than not being able to post.
Well, duh.
But in the feed that is Instagram, actually Instagram tends to prioritize multi-image posts. And what that means is that if it recognizes that you've got multiple images, or in this case videos, in your post, it will actually show that more to your feed, because what it thinks is that you do a quick scroll, you scroll past someone's image, but Instagram thinks, hang on, you haven't seen the second or third or fourth image in that set. And so it will actually then automatically flip and at a later time show those images again. So think about it as a second chance to get your video in front of more eyes if you're using that feature. Okay, cool. So you're now convinced you're going to split your video. What are my quick tips around this? Well, number one, think about where you're actually going to split your video. So don't split halfway through someone talking, because that will really be annoying if someone's like halfway through a sentence and then they kind of have to scroll to get to the next piece. But also think about whether you're cutting up the visual. So try and find a nice splitting point where it makes sense to make that cut. Don't just cut the sort of last piece off just so you can piece a kind of a large part one and a very small part two. Leading into that, my second tip would be thinking about what happens if someone only sees your second post. So if you were to have a really big first part and then a small second part, does that second part really give the viewer enough kind of visual enthusiasm to go back and watch the first one? If the answer is no, and it doesn't provide context, then you probably want to think about that split. So don't just think about, you know, oh, it's maybe like 70 seconds long, I need to go 30 seconds, i.e. 50% of the way. Think about where it kind of logically makes sense for a viewer, and think about where, if they were to come in on the second, the later part, would they actually go back and be like interested to watch the first part? So as ever, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed the episode, then do all the usual social, like, comment, subscribe, and blah, 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 blah that we talked about, and I'll see you in the next video. GINGERBEARD Media, get on beard.